Good morning, 8th graders. So we are going to be going through the graham cracker plate lab. So here are the supplies that I have made available to myself. So I have a whole graham cracker, one Rice Krispie treat. Up here I do have a small dish of water, a little bit bigger than a 12 by 12, but I'm at my home desk. So that, instead of a plastic spoon, I grabbed a plastic knife, and then frosting. Okay, so you should have completed all of your pre-lab questions prior to hopefully turning this video on. And if not, please pause, finish your pre-lab questions, and then come back. So we're going to start at task number 1. I have already washed my hands. My hair is not long enough to tie back, and then I'll just quick roll up my sleeves a bit. So, break the graham cracker carefully in half to make 2 squares. These are going to represent oceanic plates. Evenly spread a small square layer of frosting in the center of the wax paper using the spoon. Should be about the same size as the graham cracker. So, I am just going to place that there. Cover this up because we'll probably smell it and wake up. And then I'm just going to place it like this. Okay? Going to leave up here as like my staging area. Set the 2 halves of crackers side by side on top of the frosting so that the broken ends touch. It doesn't truly matter which ends touch, but this is where it broke apart. So I'm going to place them down right here as so. Put one hand on each cracker, gently press down on each cracker, then slowly push them away in opposite directions. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of pressure, and I'm going to pull away. Okay? So I'm not going to clean up, quote unquote, the same way that you would, but I want to just make sure you can kind of see, like, this is what's going on in the center. You see that little portion in the middle that's a little more raised. So, that. Cleaning up. Use your spoon. I'm going to use my knife, obviously. And you're just going to scrape as much off as possible. Task number 2, spread the frosting evenly as we did in the first section. Okay. Set 1 graham cracker graham cracker half used in task 2 on top of the frosting. So I'm just going to grab this guy. Place the Rice Krispie treat next to the cracker so that it is almost touching. Okay. Place one hand on the cracker and the other on the Rice Krispie. Push the cracker and Rice Krispie together so that the cracker slides under the Rice Krispie. So we are looking for something like this. Okay. And then clean up. So before I do that, I want to just show you this is the way it's kind of setting. Like, I have to move my wax paper a little out of the way, but that is what is currently happening. Okay, just cleaning up once again. Oh boy, I don't know. I'm trying really hard not to get super messy for the pure fact of if I need to wash my hands, I have to leave the room. Set that off to the side. Okay. Task number 3. Spread the frosting evenly, just as that. Set the crackers on top of the frosting side by side with the broken ends touching. Place one hand on one cracker, slowly move one cracker up and the other cracker down. So what it's looking for is gonna set this guy back on here. And actually, I'm gonna move him more so because he's already real covered. Close call. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and then I am going to move back and forth. You should be able to feel like the grinding of the crumbs kind of happening. So if I were to pull this like that, okay? So you only need an aerial view for this one, but I'll just hold on a second. Okay? So I'm gonna clean this up. It is seriously only 5:37. I really hope he's not getting up because that could lead to a really horrendous day. So, I'm not going to set this one down because I know I'm going to need it soon. So I'm going to just spread this out a bit. Okay, and then this is where I need my dish of water. So it's going to be super duper quick. The frosting does alter the results ever so slightly, just because obviously frosting doesn't get as wet as well as graham cracker. But I'm just gonna dip these in quick, out, and place on there. So you can see here that this is the part that got wet. Okay, so now I'm going to come back here, push a little bit, and then clearly that side got more crumbly. There we go. A little more force. Okay. So where this is what now has happened. Okay. You can see that this, yes, it is slightly broken. Let's see where it gets it's slightly broken, but it's because it's like dissolved. So this is what's happening here. Okay, so that is tasks 1 through 4. Pause at any point in time, obviously, as needed. Go back if you missed something, and complete all the analysis questions that goes along with this. If you have any questions, please reach out to your teacher and we will be happy to help. Thank you.